of Southampton now come to order. Welcome to the March 1st, 2022 meeting. The ARB attorney, Ms. Doyle, will read the statement required by the state of New York.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and in accordance with the laws of the state of New York, this meeting is being held via Zoom webinar. The next meeting on March 15th will also be held via Zoom webinar, but we do ask that the public please continually check the town's website for updates and new information regarding future meetings. As a reminder, applicants, agents, and members of the public who wish to speak at this meeting should state their name and address for the record. The link to participate in this meeting via Zoom can be found on the town's website at the town clerk's meeting portal. This meeting is also being live streamed on the town's website at the town clerk's meeting portal. If you do not wish to speak at the meeting, but you would like to submit comments for the public record, the link to submit comments can also be found on the town's website. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Doyle. Mr. Rump, the Vice Chair, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Rump.
You're very welcome, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, the roll call. Mr. Jankowski, the board secretary, is not present, so I'll just do it. Ms. Keys is absent. Mr. Burke?
Here.
Mr. Rump?
Here.
Here. And I'm here. Mr. Jankowski is absent. We do have a quorum. Did all of the board members present at the February 15th, 2022 meeting review the minutes?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and is there any errors or omissions?
I didn't see any, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. I didn't either. Mr. Burke?
No, I'd make a motion to accept those minutes.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made and seconded to accept the minutes of the February 15th, 2022 meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And is there any old business to come before the board?
One question that I had, Mr. Chairman, is any indication when we might be meeting back as a board in town hall? Any discussion with the town board about that at this point?
I'm going to have to ask Ms. Doyle because she would be on top of it more than I will.
Okay.
Right now, the virtual meetings may continue pursuant to state law until March 16th. That could be extended again, but we don't know. We just have to wait and see what happens with that.
Okay.
As of right now, the elevator is still not working, so that's something else to consider. Hopefully it will be done soon, but we've been waiting for a while, so we have to wait for that before we can have meetings upstairs again.
Wow. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that either. Okay.
So
Okay.
things are a little unknown at this point. We just have to wait and see, if I would imagine that the open meetings suspension to allow in virtual meetings will continue, but we do have to wait and see if that's
Okay.
accepted again by the governor.
Right.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Doyle. Yeah, because I'm not positive. I know that they were even doing some renovations to the boardroom. And I don't know where they are right now with that.
I know the next meeting could definitely still be by Zoom, but we'll have to discuss again at the next meeting to see.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. There's no further old business to come before the board or comments. I'll start with the agenda. We have the first is a sign application at 56 Flying Point Road. This is 56 Flying Point Road, Watermill. Is the applicant available to present this application to the board?
Yes. Sean Leonard.
Yeah. And Mr. Leonard, are you on?
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning. How is everyone?
Okay,
Great.
fine.
So let me see here. Let me share this. So what we're doing is we're here for a wall sign that's going on to the new buildings that were placed over at Flying Point Road there on the corner of Flying Point Road and Montauk Highway. Is that the development there is kind of on the southeast corner?
Correct. It's actually on Flying Point Road, though.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Sean, before you begin, I've got to recuse myself. I thought this might be that development, so I'll have to recuse myself at this point, and I'll be back.
Okay, well,
Don't have a quorum anymore.
no,
Okay.
we don't have a quorum, so we're going to have to hold this over.
Oh,
I apologize.
Yeah. Yes,
all
we have.
all I'm getting is a blinking. I mean, how do I stop sharing?
So
All right, so there's not much.
apologize, Mr. Leonard, but we do, we're short 2 board members today.
Okay,
So we'll hold this over until the next meeting.
very good. When is that?
That is going to be the 15th of March.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is there a special exception on this?
Well, I know that they submitted this package back in November, and we've been trying to work things out with Marjorie, and then that's what brought us to you now. And I guess, with the new season coming up, and it's a tile store, it's a simple sign of just black and white tile store. So, I'm sure they would like to get their signage up for the season, but.
Okay, look, I'll see, but we just received this.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, it hasn't been sitting on our agenda.
Yeah. I know how things have been going. I know COVID and everything else has just made things a little bit more difficult. And I have been working with Marjorie, and she has been filling me in. So I'm aware of some of the things that have gone on in trying to get this before you. So.
Okay, and if there is other applications, the board will consider having a special meeting. And if that happens, you'll be notified.
Great. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Rump, would you
Yeah.
turn? Okay, Mr. Rump, you have to recuse yourself from 1870 Deerfield Road.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so this one's going to be a holdover also. Then the next is a substantial residential at 67 Rose Way, which is in Bridgehampton. Is the applicant available to present this application to the board?
Yeah. Raymond Reynolds.
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Good morning.
Do you have the drawings for this project?
I do.
And would you outline it for us?
Sure. So we are building a new residence. There's an existing residence there that we're going to be taking down. You want to walk through the renderings or the floor plans? What would be the best course of action?
Well, let's walk through the renderings first.
Okay. So this is a view. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is a view as we approach the house from the driveway in the front. We have a dark bronze standing seam roof. We have dark bronze window color and dark bronze Apollo metal trim that acts as a spandrel between some of the windows. We are using a natural cedar siding, which is a shingle. And then we also are incorporating a very smooth limestone finish in certain areas of the house around the front door and the chimneys. And that's basically the material palette. This is a view looking more direct at the front door. We're thinking of using something more of a, solid front door that's going to go really well with the limestone. Maybe something that is more, in that kind of color range. And we'll probably select like a white oak or something that's going to go really well with the limestone. Here's a view of the other angle towards the front door. Okay, a little bit further back. This is the rear of the house. We are incorporating limestone in this back center section, and then the rest of the house will be shingle, standing seam roof. What we have here is actually a screened in porch. They do a lot of outdoor entertaining, and this will be like a dining room for them. We also have a limestone chimney on this side, and covered rear terrace. All of this will be natural cedar, kind of a clear cedar that will match the shingles. Also, all the paneling, all the trim fascia material, all the posts here will also be natural cedar. Here's kind of a different view of the front of the house. We have lots of renderings to look at. This is more of an eye level view of the back of the house. Eye level view of the back of the house. This is a view of the pool cabana, which will match the house in a lot of the ways. We are going to use a vertical 1x4 center matched cedar siding left to weather naturally for the cabana itself. Here's kind of a closer view of the limestone panels and how it relates to the geometry on the back of the house. Here's a view of the cabana and the pool. Another view of the back of the house. Here you can get a good understanding of the cedar materials, how they'll look very similar to the color palette that we're presenting here. More of an eye level view of the back of the house. We also have some additional views. This is more of the front door with this canopy, metal canopy. This is a barbecue and fire pit area on the other side of the screened in porch. This is the cabana with the outdoor shower and a spa. And that's the overall kind of look and feel of the outside and the renderings.
Okay, do you have a survey?
We do. We have a site plan. This might help. This is our site plan. The house is placed really to the front yard setback. There's kind of an L shape to the house, has a little bit of a bump in the front. We've established the kind of front yard setback line and pulled the house forward. And then we have the cabana set as, pretty much as far back as we could go. The existing house has a tennis court, and this will not have a tennis court. You can see the existing footprint was basically in the same spot. We're just pulling the house forward.
Okay. Do you have a landscape plan?
We do not have a landscape plan right now. You can see that we are planning on using some London plane trees, some foundation plantings of boxwoods, and maybe some buffering planting from the garage door, so you don't see that from the street.
Okay, fine. And what is the square footage?
The square footage of this house, we are at, need to look at the first floor plan. So the first floor is 5977. There's an 888 square foot garage, and we have a 5366 second floor. So you're approximately, what is that, 11,000 square feet?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a substantial home.
yeah, very. Okay, and this, I'm the lead board member for that area. And my only comments on this are that the roof is a metal roof and it must be non-reflective.
Right, it will be a matte finish.
Okay, fine. This is very similar to some of the other houses in this area. And I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it'll be harmonious. I would like to see a little more landscaping in the front.
Not a problem. We actually have landscape details. We'll be doing a more embellished landscape plan. We just don't have that at this time. But we
When
can,
do you think you can
we're
get it?
welcome to take, we're welcome to bring your comments in and share those with landscape details.
Okay, fine. Well, that would be my comments right now. Mr. Rump, comments?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I'll just piggyback on that. Is there existing screening there now?
There is, and there's privet hedge that goes across the front of the property, and that's what we plan on maintaining. And then there's privet hedge that runs around the perimeter of the property, and we plan on maintaining that as well. The renderings don't necessarily indicate that, but that's what we were planning on doing.
Well, I think I think that the landscape or planting plan that you could submit would be, if they could show the extent of that existing vegetation would be very helpful. Because the renderings show more of a hedgerow instead of a combination of trees and shrubs, not a privet hedge. And the rendering, the trees in the rendering look more like Zelkovas than London plane trees. So I think you just want to, specify those so the board knows what's
Sure.
going on.
There's existing privet that runs basically around here right now. And we plan on maintaining that. Obviously, we'll fill this section in where the driveway is no longer, and open this section up where the new driveway is. But I would say that that's probably a 6 to 8 foot privet hedge.
Okay. Well, as long as that's shown, maybe on the plan, and if there's an additional plantings to be planted against that, I would show those.
Okay.
I just have a silly question, I guess. Why does the driveway extend all the way to that property line to the left?
Yeah, that's the owner owns the adjacent lot, which is here.
Okay.
And there were some ideas of maybe connecting those two, but it's kind of a leftover. I think the driveway will probably just return as a terminus here for now. And if he decides to connect the two lots and put the two lots together, then he would have some type of connecting driveway.
Okay. I have no other questions, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Burke, comments?
No, I think everything was hit. I had the same question about the driveway and whether or
Yeah,
not.
it's a little
what was
odd.
going on there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Were there, just, I don't know if you'd know, I mean, were there any variances for the project at all, or for the house?
No,
or-
this is
or
an
no, it's
as of
all-
right application.
Yeah, okay, all right. No further issues, Mr. Chairman, I'm good.
All right, let's see, I am thinking, would you get the landscape plan and then for the next meeting, just resubmit it?
Sure. You know, this client has been waiting since, I guess, November when we submitted the application. So if there's any way that we can submit, maybe gain an approval, you know, and submit the landscape plan, you know, and we'll address any comments that you want to. We just want to move the project forward. He's getting very anxious to get started.
Well, my concern is that Mr. Rump is the landscape architect on our board, and
Okay,
I would prefer for him to review it. And he'll be away for 2 weeks.
okay.
So unless, Mr. Rump, we can email you the landscape plan.
I'm gonna be bouncing around and on a boat, so I'm not gonna be available.
Right, see, that's,
It
yeah,
sounds like a good vacation.
yeah,
Well, we're trying to get away for a little bit, but I'll be back in the office on the 15th. If you want to submit that to the building department, I could go to on the 15th or 16th into the building department and take a look at it if the board would allow that. And if everything's okay, I can sign off on that if that's something the board would consider.
yeah, why don't we make a motion to that effect then?
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
Yeah, make a motion to approve subject to Tim's review of a landscape plan to be submitted.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I guess I'll have to second that.
Yeah. All right, the motion has been made and seconded to accept the drawings as the renderings and drawings as submitted with the stipulation or amendment that a landscape plan will be submitted and on the 15th to be reviewed by Mr. Rump, and then he can sign off as a final on this.
Perfect. Thank you so
Can we
much.
make that the 16th?
We have to vote.
Can we make that the 16th? Give me a day to just figure out where I am when I get back.
Oh, sure. We'll,
Okay,
we'll
great.
do it on
By the
that.
16th. I'll do it by the 16th.
Okay, we'll do it
Appreciate
on the
that.
16th. Okay, that is the motion. Do I hear a second? Yeah, you've
Second.
seconded it, Mr. Rump. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, it's carried then.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mr. Rump, enjoy your vacation.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Take care.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, this is Jason Premba from Jason Thomas Architect. I just want to clarify on 1870 Deerfield Road, will that be adjourned till the March 15th meeting?
It might be, or if we have to have a special meeting before then,
Okay,
but,
thank you.
but you'll be notified
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, board.
ahead of time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Next, we have a commercial site plan application. This is Southampton Farm Supply, 512 County Road 39, Tuckahoe. Is the applicant present for this?
There are a few applicants here, but I don't. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Steven is coming in.
And each of us was sent drawings via the town email.
Okay. They're in.
Okay, would you present this application to the board?
Good morning, it's Stephen, Cole, and Gretchen Mazeneski are with you. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Can Stephen, Gretchen, and Cole Mazeneski, can the board hear us? We're the owners of Solid Performance Supply.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. All right, thank you.
Okay, would you present the project to the
Yes,
board?
so I don't know if everybody should be familiar. This is the Roscoe Barn on the corner of County Road 39 and South McGee Street. And we are looking to restore this building. And as you see in the application, we're going to put offices in there and have a retail nursery supply, which is a permitted use in the zone. And we are looking to do minimal changes to the building. The only changes would be 4 dormers on the roadside, just to break the roof line up on 39 and add some natural light inside. And the existing rotted out cupolas on the roof will be replaced with, they are functional air vents for the building. They'll be replaced with, instead of 8, 5 functional air vents that are a little more architecturally pleasing than the ones that are there now. The 4 garage doors that currently go out onto South McGee Street, where they used to back the potato trucks into, we're going to change that into doors that will not be generally used, and the doors will be moved on to the back side, the south side, as you see on the plan, where you will not be interfering with traffic. As far as screening, we are looking to, there's natural vegetation there, and we're lowering the grade on the property and moving the driveway further down South McGee to not interfere with the traffic light. And we, our plan is to have a berm along South McGee with plantings on it so that you will not see any of the vehicles or anything in the property. The only thing you will basically be seeing when you're driving down the road is the building, which we had a meeting with the town planning board. Originally, we had mentioned changing the roof to a metal standing seam roof, and nobody really was appealed by that. So we changed it, and we were going to keep it what it is existing, which is cedar shakes. And the plan here is to just make it look like a, you know, restore the existing building and bring it back to its original glory.
Okay, fine. Mr. Rump, since you worked on the County Road 39 study, do you mind being the lead on this since Ms. Keys is absent?
Sure. I think it's great. I mean, we drive by that all the time. I was wondering who was going to get it and repair. I'm glad you guys, Steve and your wife did, that you guys have it, and I think it's a great use. Just a side note, I think when I was back in the late 60s, I unloaded ship hatches into that barn for a week when I worked for Boo Frankenback. So I know that barn pretty intimately.
Yes.
But I think it's a great use and a restoration, and I applaud you guys for taking on that project. It's going to be quite an endeavor. I know that is. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I had actually Connie Roscoe came over with us the other day, and he's pretty excited about it too. He wanted to see it restored before he died. So.
Yeah, good. I think it's a great use for it, and I'm glad you guys are doing it. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Burke, comments?
No comments and agree. Yep.
Okay, and I agree with everything Mr. Rump said. So this is a referral from planning. So we will be sending a transmittal letter to the planning board with our findings. And thank you.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. And we look forward to making this a beautiful building again.
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good luck. Thank you.
All right. Is there any further business to come before the board? If
I have
not,
no
do I hear a
business.
motion to adjourn?
I have one question.
Yes.
When are the new board members going to arrive?
They are presently arriving. one of them has taken the oath of office, and I'll be meeting with them this week. The other one has not taken the oath of office, but probably will today or tomorrow.
Okay,
And then they're able to come on the board.
okay,
So,
great.
yeah, so then we'll have a 7-member board again. Okay,
I'll make a motion then to adjourn.
okay, and motion has been made.
I'll
to
second
adjourn. Do I
that.
hear a second? I heard a
Second.
second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right,
Aye.
have a
Okay,
good day, everybody.
right. Yeah,
Thanks.
have a good